Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Halima. This is my first video and I'm so excited to be here. This channel is going to be all about makeup, beauty tips and some fun stuff. So please subscribe, like and share. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how I created this simple yet beautiful smoky eye look. So let's get into it. So I started by cleaning my face with the wipes to get rid of any dirt. Then I went in to moisturize my lips using my lip balm. Now I'm using my rose water as a moisturizer. And I'll be focusing that on my under eye. Now I'm using my Pond's Oil Control Primer and I'll be applying that on my T-zones, just where I tend to oil a lot on my face. Then I went ahead to apply some foundation on my brows just to make them a bit lighter than they are. This will help me to draw my brows without them looking too dark. Yeah, I know you look funny guys, but just ignore that. Then I went over that with my Sasha buttercup setting powder to remove the oiliness of the foundation. For my brows, I'll be using the Davis eyebrow pencil to outline them and also fill them in. Before that, I went ahead to brush my brows with a spoolie. I started by lining underneath my brows. And when doing that, make sure your line falls exactly where your brow stops. Try not to leave any unnecessary space between the pencil and your brows. Then I went to line the upper part of my brows and I started filling it. Using the Adventure Concealer in shade 02, I used that to conceal the lower part of my brows. Then I went ahead to buff that out using a blending brush. And I used the same Adventure Concealer but in shade 03 to conceal the upper part of my brows. I also did the same process on my other brows off camera. Now I'm just setting the concealer I applied with the Sasha buttercup setting powder. Then I went back into the Adventure Concealer in shade 02 and I'm just using that as a base for my eyeshadow. I'll also be setting that with the Sasha buttercup setting powder. For eyeshadow, I use this Kiss Beauty Eyebrow 2-in-1 gel eyeliner and I used the powdery part. And now I'm just applying that all over my eyelids. Then I went in with that brown to soften the edges of the black eyeshadow that I just applied. And now I'm using that lighter brown shade to just further soften the edges of the brown I just added and also give it that smoky look. Going back into the palette, I'll be using those two shades to further blend the eyeshadow so that I can have a transition to my skin. And I just repeated the same process on this eye. Now I'll be using this carrot eyeliner to line my eyelid to serve as a base for my eyelashes. Now I'll be using this Mega Impact mascara to brush my lashes and get rid of any eyeshadow fallouts. Moving into this Becharm Ageless Concealer palette, I'll be using the orange color corrector to cover every dark area on my skin as well as my dark spots. For my foundation, I'll be using the Zikel foundation in the shade Golden Caramel. And to blend that, I'll be using a foundation brush. For highlighting, I used two concealer shades. For my inner corners, I used the Adventure Concealer in shade 01. Now I'm using the same Adventure Concealer but in shade 03. And now I'm just blending that with a damp beauty sponge. And for this Adventure Concealer, I would advise you work in sections because Adventure Concealer dries really quick. So I'll be applying the concealer underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my mustache area and my chin. After blending everything, I went ahead to set my face using the Sasha buttercup setting powder. Then I went ahead to powder contour my face using a dark shade of powder from my powder palette, as well as the sides of my nose, my temple and my jawline. And now I'm just doing a reverse contour to sharpen the contour I did earlier. For my lipstick, I'll be using this dark contour shade in my concealer palette to line my lips. Then I went into a light shade from the same palette and I used that to fill my lips. Then I went into my Brown Divis eyebrow pencil to deepen my lip outline. And now I'm just adding a gloss over that. And now I'm just using my shade of powder all over my face. Going back into my eyeshadow palette, I'll be using these two shades as my blush. And I'm just applying that on the apple of my cheeks. Then I moved into highlighting. I can't really remember what I used as highlighter, but I'll make sure to write it in the description box. Then I went into my powder again and I used that all over my face just to get a seamless blend. Now I'm using my Kiss Beauty Makeup Fix Spray to set the whole of my face. I went back into my eyeshadow palette and I used those two shades to smoke out my waterline. We've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching and I hope you learned one or two things from it. Thank you so much for watching and please don't forget to like and share. I'll list all the products I used in the description box. Please don't forget to subscribe and also turn on your notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.